All righty, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Spotlight. We have a returning guest, the man, the myth, the legend, Sam Petri.
How's it going, y'all?
Sam, how's your summer been? What have you been doing since the last time we talked? I hear you've got 16, 17 jobs.
Way too much, man. Like too much to even like keep track of. I don't know why I do it to myself. I really don't. Yeah, it was a busy summer.
Like, give me just so I can understand half of the things you're doing. List me off 3 of the jobs or things you've been working on in the summer.
I was an intern for Target.
What does that mean? Were you just a worker? Do they just call you an intern?
So I was training to be like a executive team lead or like a store director, something like that. It was pointless, stupid, waste of time. Like I don't recommend it.
What? I love the official terminology, like entering the professional workforce at Target.
Yeah.
So
I was there to like lead the team. I mean, they didn't really give me any direction, so I would go up to them. I'd be like, "What do you need from me?" And they're like, "Oh, I'm good." I'm like, "Cool." And then I would just not talk to anyone for like 6 hours, and they would just get everything done.
And what would you do? Would you just sit there for 6 hours, or were you?
I'd walk around, monitor. I kept asking them for things to do. They was like, "Oh, there's nothing to do." I'm like, "Well, this was fucking boring."
What's so funny though is I can imagine that your bosses are like, "God, these fucking interns don't do anything."
yeah, probably.
They're like, these guys are useless. They don't do anything ever.
Yeah.
Because that's how every intern experience I've ever had, like professional staff, is like, these guys are garbage.
Yeah, they would like helicopter their employees, and then when they put me in charge, I didn't, and they got more work done when I didn't.
I don't. Yeah, the whole intern life. It's so funny though that like doing Target, but with your like professional development of wanting to do, because you wanted to work with Red Bull doing the performing stuff and like all that setup stuff. So did you just do that because of the opportunity, or what led you to Target?
Like
money,
and it was close, and Red Bull's still like very up in the air.
Okay.
And yeah, but now I'm working for IronMan, the triathlon company.
Yeah. Okay. I was wondering what that was, because there was a part of me that thought that you were just joking.
No,
like,
I'm serious.
Saying that you were Spider-Man or something. It's like, yeah, me working with IronMan, but the triathlon company, that's sick. What do you like? What does that look like for you?
So far, I've just been a site assist. So like I'll help set up all the branding and expo stuff. Basically anything around the start line and finish line I'm helping set up with. But I eventually want to get onto their marketing and media team, or maybe even their course team, and like set up course and all that. It's pretty different than what I was doing in Des Moines last summer, where I was like, in charge of course and all the behind the scenes stuff and all that. Like it used to be like where if I wasn't at the races, they wouldn't happen. But now if I'm not at an Ironman race, they wouldn't even know I was gone. So I'm starting at the bottom, but I'm hopefully going to work my way up and get a cooler position.
Well, it's such an obscure field and it's the same eye that you opened when you told me about Red Bull, like how they're like this big marketing company. They spend more on marketing than like. That just opened my mind, but just the existence of somebody working in marketing for something like the Ironman is just wild.
I think event marketing is so cool. Like you promote your product by having events. I think that's so cool.
Yeah, speaking of which, I was just talking to somebody about this. I have an event. This front tooth is fake, and it comes out, and I have to take it out when I eat, and it's super embarrassing, and it's just terrible. It costs like $5,000 to get an implant, where I don't have to like sleep without a tooth. You know what I mean? So I want to run like a charity event for my tooth, where we're like, I don't know, playing yard games, and if you pay $2 to play cornhole, and if you win, you get a toothbrush or something stupid. You know what I mean? Just something funny, like an event planning, like a charity event for Elijah's tooth. So if you want to help me, give me some advice to run a charity event for my tooth. I'm looking for event management / marketing people to be doing my.
Make the donations cash only.
Does that help, or
no tax?
Ooh, huge brain. Well, I would say it depends on how much I make.
Oh, that's true.
I would say because I was.
Well, yeah, if you're getting near 5,000, yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
you're gonna be like, I want some of that.
Yeah, the government's gonna be looming over my. Yeah, they don't have to know about it.
Yeah,
this is how I get arrested. This is the origin of my tax fraud. Is me trying to get a tooth or something stupid like that. Okay, so then you did Target, and then what else were you doing over the summer?
Well, now I'm a double director for Trend, the fashion magazine. I'm a content creation director and events director. So
Events director for Sub still
for
or
Trend,
for Trend? Okay.
yeah. And I applied, and they said like, "Yeah, you got 2 directorships." I was like, "Oh, really?" So now I am like 2 people. So I have a co-director Anna and a co-director Abby, and they like have to share me at
It's
meetings.
joint custody.
They have to like share me at meetings, and yeah, it's just
Mom says it's my turn on
Yeah.
Sam.
Yeah.
Wait, so you're just like shoulder deep in work, aren't you?
yeah,
Or
pretty much.
wait, so what are you doing exactly for Trend then?
Right now, I have no clue. Like literally no idea.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, I
You have
literally
2 people
no clue.
coming to you asking for help for
Yeah.
jobs that you
Yeah.
don't even know what
Yeah,
you're doing.
pretty much.
Dude, this is just a Target internship all over again, bro.
Well, I keep asking like the directors and everything, like what I'm supposed to be doing. They're like, "Oh, just hang tight. We'll get you more info." Never comes.
Dang. Wait, so what did they advertise that you would be doing? Like, what do
Uh,
you think doing
well,
content manager means?
They told me like that would be a lot of work and events, and they're like, "Yeah, we have 2 events a year." I'm like, 2 events a whole school year?
It's a lot of work.
I used to do 2 events a week.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is nothing.
Dude, the perspective of people saying what hard work
Yeah.
is crazy. Like, some people are talking to me about, like, this is the hardest math class I've ever taken, and it's Stat 101.
Yeah, I
Like-
get it's all relative.
It
to
is all,
people,
yeah.
but like still, I'm like 2 events a year, like a whole year, and you're
Watch as these are, like, multi-$1,000 events that are, like, or I guess I don't know what budget you were working with some of the stuff that you
they
were
don't
doing.
have a budget. We have to fundraise everything.
Oh,
So
yeah. So then never mind.
Yeah.
Let's say actually, but
yeah,
I'm more curious on the content side. So are you working with people in Trend making content, or are
yeah.
you-
So I was gone for the first one, but my co-director Anna, she like went around and did 35 questions with Vogue type of thing with the like main editor in chief of it. So she's doing that, and then we also have some ideas to like just boost their social media, get more engagement on it, and all that. So
Okay. So you're just kind of working as basically a social media chair, but
pretty much.
but with more like content. 'Cause
Yeah,
I guess that's where Trend is going. And so that started this school year.
yeah.
And so then, are you not doing sub anymore?
No, I still am.
Okay. What are you doing for sub?
Still M Shop.
Still
booking
okay.
bands. We had
What-
a show last night.
I'll say I didn't see you on Tuesday at the
Yeah.
open mic night.
No, I was dead.
I was missing you.
I got in late from the IronMan. I worked in IronMan last week, and I got in late. So by the time I got home, I was like, I'm going to bed. And then Tuesday, I just felt like ass all
I said
day.
running an Ironman is bad, but watching an
Yeah.
Ironman, it's like a 5-hour race, isn't
Yeah, I
it?
know. I had to be up. So Saturday, I worked like 3 to 9 p.m. And then Sunday, I worked 3 a.m. to 12 p.m. Then I had to come back from 6 to like 9 p.m. And then I had to come back after that from 1 a.m. to 9 a.m. And then I was done.
It's like a 48-hour shift.
Yeah,
that,
pretty much.
that you're
That was
working.
just Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, so that's a 2 days worth of
Yeah.
shifts you're doing, and you just woke up from a fat nap. Huh?
Yeah, I did.
Are you
I-
still like recharging?
Yeah, I am. I literally took like a 90-minute nap right before this.
I say I woke up this morning, like, and in my dream I was brushing my teeth or something. So I woke up and there's this foam coming out of my mouth. I'm like, oh my god, dude! I'm so glad no one was here to see
Yeah,
this.
those naps where you wake up and you're like all wet and like where the fuck am I?
It's like 5 hours have passed, and you're like, oh, there goes my whole week.
Yeah.
There goes my whole week of sleeping.
Yeah, and then you can't get back to sleep till like 4 a.m. that night.
Dude, I don't know. I'm not a napper, but like
I'm not.
I've
either.
become one.
Yeah,
I
I'm not,
think.
I'm not a napper either, but like when I accidentally fall asleep, that's like the best sleep I ever get.
I know, and then you can nothing can replicate it like
Yeah.
ever, dude. It's
Yeah.
when you're laying down, you're just annoyed at the fact that you
Yeah.
can't sleep. I don't know. Sleeping is funny, but napping is even funnier because anytime I nap, it's unplanned, and I'm like watching a video,
Yeah.
and so I could just imagine that like my ancestors when they were my age were like dying in the war.
Yeah.
And then I'm like watching a fucking Minecraft video, laying down on my side, cuddling a pillow, and then I fall asleep and start drooling. And it's
Yeah.
like, okay, what is?
Yeah, then you wake up too, and your phone's like as hot as the sun.
It's like, yeah, it's been like heating up in your hand
Yeah.
with playing content
Yeah.
since forever. It's like at 0 and it's you don't even know what time it is. It's 9 p.m. I don't know, dude. You have like homework due in like an hour.
Yeah.
So napping's funny, but okay. So when you're doing the Ironman, were you a runner or is this just
Oh,
like
hell no.
this is just like a random dartboard like
Yeah.
company working with and now it's
So it's
Ironman?
kind of funny how I got the job. So the 3 races I've been contracted for so far are like the 3 favorites that employees want to get on, and like they have a waiting list to get on them. And I got on all 3 right away.
Dang, flex. Subtle
So
flex, dude.
the first one I got on was Lake Placid, New York, and that one that's how I got my start with Ironman. Is I texted the race director, Greg. I met him through one of the races I worked in Des Moines. I just texted him. I'm like, hey, what can I do to like help out at Lake Placid this year? He didn't respond. And then 2 days later, I got an email being on staff. I was like, shit, okay.
Dang, what a baller way
Yeah.
to say that you're on employment now.
Yeah. And then I went there, worked a week. It was awesome. I drank so much beer. Like so.
You went to New York?
Yeah, Lake Placid, New York.
Dude.
Yeah, they pay for flight, hotel, travel, and I get per diem.
Dang, I'm gonna start working. I'm gonna start working for Ironman. What?
And yeah, I had a blast out there. I got hit by a forklift.
What?
Yeah.
Are you okay? What
Yeah,
does
it's
that
fine.
mean?
That's fine. No.
You didn't get hit by like you didn't get skewered.
So
by...
like when I was standing there holding a box and the guy just like swung around and the forks hit me in the ribs.
Dude, if you would have got like
I was fine.
lawsuit income
Yeah,
or
no,
like
I was fine.
on top of a free week-long trip to New
I just
York.
had a bruise. I was okay.
Okay. I mean, that's
Yeah.
still hilarious, though.
Yeah, and then so I worked that one, and then this past week I worked the one in Madison. I got hit by a car there.
What? Dude, you need to stop working at
I know.
marathons.
And yeah, that was fun. I also drank a lot of beer in Madison because it's Wisconsin.
Yeah. Well, you can probably say that for any state that you're in.
Yeah. But, I mean, all the guys we work with, they're hilarious. They're like, we'll all go out and be like, shit, we got to work at like
Shit, we got
6
tomorrow,
a.m.
dude.
Yeah, we got to work at like 6 a.m. We're out here drinking a lot. But it's fine usually.
Well, I guess if you're going to be watching people doing like the hardest feats of athleticism, you might as well be like.
I don't even like see the start. Like, I don't.
Oh, okay.
I'm usually somewhere else setting stuff up because, for the full Ironmans, it's 140.6 total miles. So, like, by the time they start, we have, like, time to set up the whole finish line because we're not going to see them for, like, 8 hours.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we're usually setting stuff up as the first athletes go out because, we get plenty of time.
Yeah.
But then the next one that I'm really excited for is I'm going to Kona, Hawaii to work the World Championships in October.
That's so insane. Like, I just would have never thought that a job like this has so much travel.
Oh, yeah.
That like companies
Yeah.
are just paying for you to go and
I want to get my passport too so I can go over to Europe and do a European circuit.
see. That was my first question. Is I didn't even know that there are triathlons like in our area, but
It's way bigger over in Europe.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, I guess there aren't. You're just going to New York and
Yeah.
Hawaii and Wisconsin to do your triathlons. So,
yeah. Well, there is a Des Moines half Ironman.
do they cut
I guess
everything
it's
in half? Or?
Sorry, I should take it back. They don't call it a half Ironman. They call it a 70.3 because no one's half an Ironman. That's what they say. So we have an Ironman 70.3 in Des Moines, usually in June.
Okay. Yeah, but I didn't know that this would do so much travel and stuff. So I mean, you really just picked an awesome
Yeah.
thing to do. Is every media position like this that happens across the United States making you travel to do these things, or did you really just pick the awesome place that's going to do
I'm
this
not
for you?
doing media with them yet. That's like the end goal.
Okay.
But a lot of them, yeah, you're like if you're freelance and really good, they'll pay to have you out there. There's stupid money in media. Like if you know how to take a photo and film, like you can make stupid money.
Dude, I know. I've been trying to I'm not trying, but I see all these people who they had a professional film crew. Well, it's actually funny. They had a professional film crew come during the summer to fill some new student programs things. And so we had like extras as I was a cyclone aide this summer. So like I was an extra in some of these things. And you have people on roller skates with like connected cameras. And it's like the two worlds combining of being able to roller skate really well and then also doing professional film is such a small.
We have people that go on those one-wheel skateboards and they're filming. And then also for the bike course, we have people on motorcycles sitting and filming the bikes
That's what I'm saying. Like the combination of two worlds in media.
It's crazy because they have like a whole chair that like rotates like this, like it does a full 360, and then it has a mounted camera on the back of the motorcycle, and like they have to coordinate like when they're turning because then like he'll lean the camera a certain way, and like he'll have to lean with it, otherwise like the bike won't really turn. So it's crazy.
That is the whole media thing. We found insane ways to be making videos and stuff. Like even this studio is nuts. And
yeah, I know. At a point, I'm like, wouldn't it be easier just to like do it on like a UTV or something than like coordinating with
but then having someone who can ride a motorcycle or like a drone maybe or something.
I mean, I guess they probably know what they're doing and they probably used a motorcycle for a reason. But in my head, like,
it's like you had to have hopped over a few hurdles to make this happen.
Yeah,
even legality, being on payroll for riding a motorcycle. But I remember when they were filming the as an extra, they didn't need me anymore, and I went to the gym like right after, just straight from there. And then I'm doing the leg exercise where you're spreading your legs.
Oh, the sus machine.
Yeah, the sus machine. And I'm doing it. I'm like holding on, and I'm red like doing it because I'm working hard. And then I just look over, and the same camera people are like filming me like this. I did not ask to be filmed, and they're just like over my shoulder like this, like right next to me watching me do this. And I was like, you could not have picked a more like sus position for me to be in doing this workout. I was like, you better delete that shit when I leave, dude. No way is that going on film.
Did it go on film?
No, I didn't see. I mean, I wouldn't know. I was just the longboard guy.
Oh, okay.
Like I was just longboard extra. But like,
what was it for?
It's like it was the video that they play for Destination Iowa State to all the incoming freshmen. So I didn't see myself in any of the footage, so I don't know if I made it, but thank God I didn't. That'd be such a funny shot of me like spreading my legs.
Looking like you're about to shit your pants.
Yeah, I'm like red as ever, like going nuts. Let me move this.
Sorry, the mic's in the way.
You're too casual, I think.
Oh, sorry. Should I be more formal?
No, you go to put in a suit. Yeah, just like looking like that, but okay, so then what other projects and things have you been working on?
I've just been I got a camera over this summer, and I've been trying to just like get as much practice on that as possible. So like I've been taking a lot of photos of like sub events, and I want to get into like, at IronMan, I want to do like the media and stuff with them. So I'm just trying to like broaden my horizon of things I can do, because I just want to become like the ultimate contractor. Like I want any event company to be able to hire me out for like event rigging. I know how to do that. I know how to like rig lights and everything. I know how to do sound. I'm learning how to do media. I can do grunt work. Like I want companies to like never have a reason to like not.
You just be the
me.
handyman of all.
I want to be like a jack of all trades in the.
So you got to learn how to motorcycle.
Yeah. Well, I do have a moped. So.
There you go. You on a moped in the same, with holding a camera like this, trying to do the same thing. But that's sick. So then, when you're doing, have you thought about making films or like?
I've thought about doing like some short film stuff. But kind of like workshopping it. I'm still like, I used to use Final Cut Pro, but I'm learning Adobe products right now, and they're so much better.
Yeah.
Like it's not even close.
It's the same thing as this studio. I'm using maybe 2% of what like Premiere can do for me when I'm editing and stuff. So like, if you want to know how to do media, just figure that out.
Yeah,
dude.
I'm trying to learn Adobe products really well, and I want to get better at using that. I just want to become like, I want to learn as much as I can all the time.
Well, and it's such an endless stream.
Oh my God, yeah.
Of content to learn. Like,
well, now for Photoshop, they just added like the generative AI, so like you can be like, I want an owl carrying 7 hot dogs flying in the background, and it'll like just generate a random photo of that. You're like, this is crazy.
It's crazy. I mean, like, if you want to be a student for life, you're going into the right thing, because there's just nothing that you can't learn.
Yeah.
And it's only getting bigger too, especially with the AI stuff. Like, in all of my classes, we're talking about AI stuff. Like, I think they have a warning about like using AI to write essays or do projects and stuff like that. So
I don't use it to write essays, but I'll use it to like read the textbook. I'll just like summarize these main points. And
that's huge brain, actually. That's super huge.
So I don't like want to read 70 pages.
That's insane, dude. What? You don't even need to like Google search summary of this book.
Like jam it down into like 3, and then I'll get the main points, write what I think from those 3 pages, and then I'll get an A.
That's crazy. That's the biggest brain school thing I've ever heard in my life. I'm going to be doing that. The only time I've ever
Because
used
I don't really consider that cheating. It's not like I'm using it to like make my own thoughts. I'm just using it to like scrunch
read
it down.
easier.
Yeah, like I don't want to read 70 pages of a book I already don't give a shit about.
That's insane. That's insane. That's like seems super for the rules. Also, it
Yeah.
just makes things easier. The only time I've ever used AI is this guy at Poncheros gave me and my buddy a bunch of free stuff, and he was just the best worker. But he said like you should fill out this review. So we had AI write a lustful story about this guy at a Poncheros, and then we put that in the review, and it was like a 2,000 word like review that we sent into the Poncheros company.
God.
And so this was Luke, Alex, by the way, if you could imagine. But yeah. So we that's my Luke shout out for the episode. But that's the only time I've ever used AI. We'll get there. I have to do my Adam shout out too. That's the only time I've ever used AI. But I'm seeing these people just like run their lives using this AI stuff, and it's like
I feel like if I can't stop it, I might as well at least learn how to use it. Because like it's only gonna get more and more implemented into our lives.
Have you been hearing the AI music covers of?
It's terrible. It is like the most generic, basic. Like when you think of like generic pop music, that is what it is.
I will say though, like Plankton singing any song is insane, dude. Like the like
I thought you were talking
noise.
about like when they have AI create a song.
No.
Oh.
Like AI is doing covers of songs.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah,
they'll like
yeah.
get a character or a singer and have
It
them
is
do a song.
hilarious.
It's like any Plankton song, just like the stretch in his voice is so sick.
Well, have you seen what Kwebbelkop is doing with AI?
What is Quebble?
He's a YouTuber.
Okay.
He did it like. Do you know who Kwebbelkop is, Alex? Yeah. Well,
Pull up his face just in case I recognize him.
I haven't watched him in years, but now he's having AI completely do his videos. Like it's like an AI cartoon of him in the corner talking, and then like AI just like copied his voice. Like he said a bunch of words. Yeah, see that one? That's that cartoon. That's like his AI version, and like he doesn't really make any of the videos anymore. It's like the AI doing his voice and talking while Kwebbelkop plays the games.
What a weird. That's like a social experiment.
Yeah.
And what's crazy, if you do that early enough, it doesn't have to be good content.
No.
And in fact, if it's bad content, it's even better.
Yeah.
Because people are going to watch it.
Like,
So what a free
the
way.
fact that it can do all of this is crazy.
I know. Have you seen the South Park episode South Park episode generator?
No.
They have this. It's a fully functional game so that you and I can use it. But what you do is you literally like it has this whole HUD, this whole map where you pick locations, you pick people, and then you write a very simple plot, and it will animate, voice act, and create an entire 20-minute South Park episode for you. And they're like good. Like they're actually okay episodes.
The only AI thing I've seen for South Park is like you can put in drum music and it'll like have the whole South Park cast do a drumline routine.
Wait, why would what's special about the South Park?
I don't know.
It's
I have
just
no
them
idea.
doing it. It's just them doing
Yeah.
it. It's just random things choosing other random things.
I mean, it just happens because it can. Like, I feel like that's what people are just using AI for now. It's not because they need to do it. It's just because they can.
Yeah, well, I was thinking, so TikTok just did this. They have this new payment monetization program on their TikTok to where if you have 1,000 followers and each of your videos gets 1,000 views, you can start making money per view on TikTok. So per 1,000 views is $1, which for TikTok is insane because that means like a million view video is going to make you like $100.
Yeah.
And so what people are doing is they're getting AI programs to cut movies into clips, and then they post movie clips.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then that's making them like
because then people will watch
tons
like
of money.
7-8 parts of like a movie,
and it takes no processing.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about the dichotomy of this because what they're doing is they're speeding up the footage of the movie so that people are engaged longer. Because you can notice that everyone's voices are slightly higher pitched and things are happening slightly higher so that you can get more content. But then other people, they're obviously putting the Subway Surfers
Yeah.
under the bottom and the
That's why-
captions, but people are making good money.
That's why I had to delete TikTok, man. It was like bad how much time I was spending on it.
I think I'm getting to that point.
I deleted it and it cut my screen time down by like 2 hours a day. And it was like, wow, I was wasting so much time before.
It's actually so crazy, but there's so much money to be made if I could get like an AI thing to just like do that stuff
Yeah.
for me. Like I could be making $200 a day just for like nothing, just for free. If I could just get a program
Yeah.
to scrub movies off TikTok and give them
And
to me.
Subway Surfer clips. Or
add
the
Subway's-
Minecraft
Or
parkour.
yeah, like a parkour.
Or the
something
Ask
stupid.
Reddit videos.
Yeah. Oh my god, 42 female.
Yeah.
It's just crazy. I don't know the whole TikTok thing, and that's what you got to go into.
I don't want to do like TikTok. I would literally post anywhere but TikTok. And I know that's missing out on a huge market, but it's just
It's
such
probably the biggest market, but it's a lot of integrity.
I just can't do it anymore, especially with how much like data they take from all their users. Like I know Facebook and Instagram are bad, but like TikTok's really bad. Like real bad.
So it takes a lot of integrity to just like see a pot of money and then just be like, I'm not going to do.
Well, I'd
this."
rather do like YouTube or Instagram, even like I do Facebook over TikTok.
I would say, well, I'm a YouTube kid, so
Yeah.
like I'm not.
Plus,
doing
YouTube's
TikTok.
never gonna go away.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine a more successful long form
Yeah.
video platform.
Yeah.
So
YouTube is not ever going anywhere.
Yeah.
So
So I wanted to get back to the short film talk. Have you thought about what you wanted? Any short film ideas or things you wanted to
I
do?
kind of thought
or-
about starting like a lifestyle thing, like just little blurbs into my life about things. I don't know. I have like a lot of like I don't know ideas and like a lot of jobs, and I feel like there's not that many people doing it as much as I am.
yeah.
Not to like sound like I'm bragging. But
Yeah, or
there's-
like overly busy.
yeah,
Yeah.
But there was like not. So I like want to give it like look into what like people who don't think they can like be busy in college and still have a life, like show them that it's still possible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I had a meeting with somebody yesterday to be on the podcast, and I showed him my schedule, and he's like, "That's the fullest schedule I've ever seen." And I was like, "This isn't really that bad." Like
No.
honestly, like I've seen people who I'd imagine like other people are much worse than what I'm doing too.
Yeah.
So I don't know the whole level of busyness. It's
Like I don't even
enjoy
think
it.
like I don't think about it though. I'm like, oh, I have this at 2, then this at 3, and then this at 4:30, and then I have an event tonight, and then I'll do some homework. And then it's like, oh, that's it.
Well, I think the goal is just making sure that the things you're doing are like fun enough
Yeah.
that you can just enjoy doing it one after another.
Mhm.
Otherwise, life sucks, dude.
So there's sometimes when I'm like, fuck,
Yeah,
I gotta
yeah.
I gotta go do this.
Yeah, we have today that I
Yeah.
have to do. Yeah, it's
Like yesterday, I was just having an off day. I was like, I'm not going to my classes. Like I just laid in bed, went and got breakfast with my girlfriend, and then.
so sometimes you just need to like recharge the battery, and people
Yeah.
don't see that. That's another
Well,
thing.
I didn't think it helped either because like I had a crazy intense week last week, and then Tuesday I got like no sleep, and Wednesday I got like no sleep. I was just bam, 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 bam,
Uh-huh.
like back into it, and then Thursday I just like crashed.
It takes people just don't see the part of you that like rests. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like every social situation, you're gonna bring a certain kind of
Yeah.
energy, but then like I'm sleeping a lot.
Yeah.
Like I'm sleeping like 9-10 hours. I just can't not sleep. For less
I
than
am
7.
not, and I should be.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
But I should be. But I'm trying to get better. It's been hard though.
It is, and especially if you're so busy. But I guess it's like if you're so excited to do the things that you're doing, like get after it.
Yeah.
Don't let like somebody tell you you're doing too much.
Like one night I was up like editing photos and video, and I checked the clock and it's like 4. I was like, fuck.
Dang,
I was
dude.
like, I gotta go to bed.
You're on the grind.
It was like 11:30. I was like, okay, I'm gonna close up at like 12:30 because I had class at 11 that day. I was like, oh, that'll be fine. And it's 4. I was like, shit.
That's insane, dude. Being up at 4 a.m. Crazy, dude. I actually have early morning classes this semester, so I'm going to bed at like 11, like a toddler.
Yeah.
So
It's normal.
yeah.
My ideal schedule, if I could do it, would be sleep from 12 to 8 because that's
That would be
like
great. Yeah.
I'm not really missing anything in the morning, and I'm not gonna miss anything at night.
Yeah.
Like if I
That's the day. That's
that
the
that would
day.
be like an ideal day for me.
Yeah, I'd say you missed my open mic performance on Tuesday.
What'd you talk about?
I played guitar and
Oh,
sang songs.
shit.
Yeah, I did some comedy music.
Good.
I have it recorded, but I'm trying to upload it to Google Drive so I can edit it, but it's not. It's like a 7-minute long video, so it's just not
Why
doing it.
Google Drive?
That's just what I used. I have an Android, so I don't have iCloud or the iStorage or whatever. So I have to
Use Dropbox or Cybox.
I should. I'm going to try that after because this ain't where I've been doing this
Yeah,
for like 2 days
Cybox
now.
would be so easy.
It's so much. I've never actually used it.
It's so easy. You just you have it on your phone. You can just be like, I want to upload this, and then you just
crazy.
upload it.
Well, because of you, you're gonna get to watch this performance now on my YouTube channel.
Yeah, Dropbox. Well, I would use Dropbox because Cybox is through the university.
Yeah.
So just use Dropbox.
Okay, I'm going to be doing something other than Google so I could actually post it.
Or the best is just get an external hard drive.
And then for my phone,
Well, you can like
plug it in with like an adapter with a like USB to.
Well, does that have USB-C?
Yeah.
Well, then yeah, you could plug it in.
I'll say you'll see the video of me doing it.
Perfect. I can't wait.
I'll send you a video of me actually plugging my phone in and putting it in the hard drive so you
Put
can
that
see.
at the beginning of the video.
And it says thanks, Sam. That's all. That's all. Just because you missed it. But so have you been doing open mic nights? Have you been going to them this year?
I went to one for a little bit, but I don't even remember what came up. I couldn't stay for the whole thing, but yeah. Oh, that was the day my girlfriend got in a car accident. So I was gonna,
that's no excuse.
I was gonna go. I went and made sure that like her and her friends were okay, and I like brought them some food.
Dang.
Like, you guys okay? And they're like, yeah, we're good. And they're like, we didn't get hurt at all. I was like, okay, good.
So you can't be simping for the grind, dude. You gotta.
Is it simping if it's your girlfriend already?
Yeah, no. That's a fine excuse. That's okay.
Yeah,
I'll allow it.
Alex, I plan on being at future ones, and I plan on being at Mojo's next week. So
yes, we need the classic. We need the classic Sam. I thought you were like in the sound booth or something, but then I saw sound guy come out, and I was like, no.
yeah, no, I haven't teched yet this semester, and I want to. I just have been so busy, and they're training new techs, so I'm like, I want them to get in there. And
well, I was hoping you had more jokes like the purple wombat.
The purple wombat.
Do you have any? Because I found one on TikTok that I think.
No,
is
I
pretty
haven't. Well, let's hear yours.
I don't know. I feel like I tried to say this last time, and then you knew it already. But I'm gonna start, and if you know it, just tell me, and then I'm not gonna do it. But so this guy goes into a bar, and there's a sign behind the bar that says free drinks for a year if you can complete the challenge. And so the guy thinks about it for a little while, and he's like, "Okay, fine. I'm gonna ask this guy what the challenge is." So he goes to the bartender, and he asks the guy, and he's like, "Okay, what do I do for this challenge?" And he's like, "Okay, well, first thing you're gonna need to do is drink the rest of this bottle of Jack Daniels. You're just gonna chug the whole thing, and after that, you're gonna take down the biggest guy in the bar." And then after that, I have a dog in the back who has a loose canine tooth. And he really is not going to like it, but I need you to pull that tooth out. And he's a pit bull and he bites hard. And then finally, upstairs, my grandma is up there and she misses her husband. So I need you to go up there and help her out, if you know what I'm saying. And then he thinks about it and he's like, damn, this is a lot, but free drinks for a year? Okay, fine, I'll do it. And so he gets the bottle of Jack Daniels and he just downs the entire thing. He's instantly belligerently drunk. Like he just cannot see straight. So he waddles over to the biggest guy and in one fallen swoop, he just punches him in the face and takes him down in one hit. So now he's just like wasted and then the entire bar is watching him. And so he opens the door to the back and he closes it and the whole bar is waiting patiently for this guy. And they can hear the dog start to growl. They can hear footsteps approaching the dog. And then they just hear silence. And they're all waiting. They hear a whimper. And then a couple minutes of silence go by. And then he comes back. And he's like, all right, now where's that grandma with the missing tooth? that's the whole thing. But I heard that on TikTok. And I've been wanting to say that to somebody for a while because it's just so like bizarre. It's gross, dude. It's so dumb. It's so gross, dude. But I was hoping I could get another purple wombat. I heard one about like some kid had me going for like 5 minutes about like an elephant in the basement chasing him or something. And it's like the punchline is tag you're it or something stupid like that. So
there's so many dumb stories like that.
that just lasts
And I could expect them to like be happening, but like when they finally say the tag, I'm like, fuck you, dude. Like,
yeah, like you're giving them the benefit of the doubt that this is worth a 30-minute telling of a story, but
it never is.
It never is.
No, it's never worth it.
I feel like no joke that lasts more than like 3 minutes is worth it for the punchline.
What was it that Brett Weinbach did that one time, Alex, where he did like the whole alphabet? What was that?
Yeah. You could probably pull it up. Yeah. But did I tell you that he emailed me?
Brett Weinbach
emailed me. Alex did a wonderful job of plugging my bad stand-up that I did and the video. And then he told him, because he got to drive him back home, he told him, like, watch this video. And so in his hotel, he watched the video and then saw my email was linked on my YouTube channel and then just emailed me like, hey, Elijah, I saw your video. It was great. And that was it. It was like the most wholesome like Gmail email I've ever gotten. Wow. And he's like, best, Brett. And that was it.
That's awesome.
I know. And so
do you still have it saved?
I actually don't. I sent a picture to Alex, but somehow I accidentally deleted it. Like, I don't know where it's at, but I will. I'll keep that picture forever.
Yeah. All right, let's see it. These are jokes. This is the kind of joke that goes too long. I love you, Brett, but
I think that's his whole. We'll talk about Brett in a minute. That is press escape for the full screen. Oh yeah, we haven't really played this sound before. I mean, last time.
A, asshole. Fuck you, motherfucker. Get the fuck out my house, motherfucker. B, bitch. Fuck you, bitch. Get the fuck out my house, motherfucker. C, cocksucker, motherfucker. Get the fuck out my house, motherfucker. D,
this goes until Z.
Get the fuck out my house, motherfucker. E, right now. Get the fuck out my house, motherfucker. F, fuck you. Get the fuck out my house, motherfucker. G, get out.
How long does this go
on? H, house. It's
2-minute bit.
I'm serious. Get the fuck out my house, motherfucker. J, joking? No, I'm not joking. Get the fuck out my house, motherfucker. K, kick your ass. I do it. Get the fuck out my house, motherfucker. L, look. Fuck you. Get the fuck out my house, motherfucker.
There's less laughs each time.
I don't give shit. Just get the fuck out my house, motherfucker. And now, do it now. Get the fuck out my house, motherfucker. Oh, all right. Get the fuck out my house, motherfucker. P.
Like the clap is like the signal to like stop, please. Yeah. Like trying to ensure the end.
Can't you understand? Get the fuck out my house, motherfucker. R, ready or not? Get the fuck out my house. S, still here? No shit. Get the fuck out my house, motherfucker. T, the fuck out my house. Get. U, just get the fuck out my house, motherfucker. V, fuck you. Get the fuck out my house, motherfucker. W, what did I just say? X, exit the house, get the fuck out the house. Y, yes right now, get the fuck out the house. Z, zebra.
Yeah, so, okay. With that, you were there for that performance at Iowa State, right?
Yeah, I was there. Yeah.
Did you watch Brett? Because the biggest thing about that.
What'd you say, Alex? Yes, I was. How would I remember that if I wasn't?
That's good.
Yeah, because then he did the once, the twos, the threes, the piece, the poos.
Yeah, I think he's right.
I didn't tech it. Joe and I came to the performance. Yes. How would I know all this if I wasn't there?
He's a mind reader. He watched the performance. What I can say about that, I loved that whole thing, by the way. Because what I can say is that, like, I think it's intentionally awkward and bad. Like, I think that's, like, part of it.
Yeah.
Is that, like, everyone's in there, like,
dragging it on
too
long.
God fucking stop. Like, I had never laughed so hard, been so embarrassed, but thought someone was so creative in, like, the same set. My biggest thing is impressions those cringe me out so bad. I can't do it. Like, so when he's like asking for impressions and he's genuinely doing them, like I just can't. And he's like doing an Elmo impression and like an Arnold Schwarzenegger impression. I'm like, dude, you need to like not do this. But at the same time, it was hilarious because he was like self-aware that they were kind of bad.
Like his whole bit, I feel like is just making an ass of himself the whole time on stage.
But then like sometimes he'll come out with like a very cleverly written joke that like just shocks you because the rest of the stuff you've been hearing has been so uncomfortable. Like I have so much respect for him as a comedian because he does it like Nathan For You, which he gets compared to quite a bit of just like this awkward humor, like kind of cringe humor, but it's like smart. Nathan Fielder or Nathan Fielder, pull him up. You've definitely seen some of his clips. His most famous one, I think.
Oh yeah. I know Nathan.
Yeah, where he's getting pantsed, or he's doing a Houdini thing to get pantsed in front of children.
Yeah.
He gets compared to Brent Weinbach. No, you're good. He gets compared to Brent Weinbach a lot because they have this similar kind of like
awkward,
like weird, nerdy kind of humor that's funny because it's kind of at him, but it's kind of with him. It's a whole thing, but I don't know. That whole performance was wild. It was such a funny thing. And that went on for way too long, but I think that's what makes it funny is that like, okay, he's going to do the whole, he's going to do the whole alphabet. Now we're on S and then it's, holy crap, this lasted way too long.
And then the end is just zebra.
Yeah. There's like not even like a big punchline for it, but I don't know. There's an art in it. So
is that what kind of comedy you want to do or?
I don't know. I've been thinking, I don't think I want to do a comedy. Like, I like doing it. I love making people laugh, but I'd rather be funny for doing this.
Yeah.
Or like funny for, I don't know, even something cringe, like being a late night talk host or something.
Oh,
like,
God.
I'd rather be naturally funny than like,
there's only one
funny.
late night host that I like, and it is Stephen Colbert.
Colby.
The other ones are so bad. Jimmy Kimmel's so bad. Jimmy Fallon's so bad. James Corden sucks.
Oh, James Corden, dude. We were talking about the James Corden beard earlier, and that's why I shaved.
He's horrible. I hate James Corden.
He's just chronically unfunny.
Yeah, like so unfunny, so like annoying, and just.
I do love the concept though of like, I guess you're young, but we're both young. We're like person that no one's ever heard of makes fun of James Corden who is like wildly famous.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you can say that he does comedy in bad faith. Like
it's like he sucks.
Yeah.
Like why is he famous? I guess
I'm not sure. I think it's just knowing people.
Like Jimmy Fallon used to be funny, and like he used to have like a good late night show, but now it's just all like.
Yeah, and then just dead silent.
Yeah,
I don't watch any late night, but I'd say that vibe of like being naturally funny is what I'd rather be an actor that like is funny. You know what I mean? Like I don't know an example, but like
an actor that is funny, Adam Sandler.
Like Adam Sandler. Yeah, someone like that.
Like he's just funny because he's Adam Sandler.
Yeah,
like, his movies are horrible,
terrible, but the way he is,
you're gonna be laughing at him.
And he always has a smoking hot wife.
Yeah, he always has like Jennifer Aniston or like Salma Hayek.
Yeah,
it's like in real life, this would never happen
unless he was like filthy rich. Or something. Yeah,
which he is.
Which
well, his wife in real life is God, which wife was she in the Grown Ups movies? I think it was which wife?
Alex, Grown Up. Alex, I feel like he knows Grown Ups for some strange reason.
The wife in Grown Ups, in the Grown Ups movie.
Who's the wife in Grown Ups?
Who's Adam's? No, in real life, Adam Sandler's wife in real life is in the Grown Ups movie, and I can't remember which wife she is in the movie. Oh, in the first movie, it was the guy that worked at the ice cream shop.
Alex, how did I know that you would just know the lore? He just knows the lore. I knew if we asked him, if we were like, Jamie, pull that up, he would just know it on the top of his head.
Oh my God.
That's good. That's good. Put him on. We'll listen. Yeah, so have you done comedy before, or do you just enjoy it?
I've done it at open mics. I mean, I usually just tell fucked up stories about my life in like a funny way.
Okay.
and then I'll just be like, all right, that was my 10 minutes. See ya.
Dang. Do you have one? Like what?
I usually
What
just
one
tell like
does pretty well?
I always told different stories. I never told the same story twice. I tried. I never rehearsed either. I would just go up and talk. But the ones that stick out to me are like, you know, the times people like just shit in the aisle at Hy-Vee when I worked there. Like just people trying to steal stuff from Target when I worked there. You know, just dumb stuff.
Then you're just working at all of these stores dealing with like the filthiest people. What?
Well, like in high school, I only brought up so I saw people shit 3 times.
What? I've never seen anybody.
And after the first time, I never brought it up because, like, if I brought it up, then I'd have to clean it. So I would just be like, nope, don't even see it. And I would just walk right by it.
How many people do you think walked by the turd before somebody decided to pick it up?
At least one, because, you know, I did. And then there was another time where a little girl literally looked me directly in the eyes and goes, uh-oh, and just pisses her pants right in front, like, just all over.
Dude, what?
And then her mom comes running and picks her up, leaves her cart of groceries, and then just runs off, never comes back.
Dude, you have like the Midas touch of shit or something. Like you are like, people see you, they're in your realm, and then they just start excreting.
This summer when I was interning for Target, someone took an enormous shit in a fitting room. Like an unholy amount.
Dude.
And I was talking to my direct supervisor, Colin. I was like, man, it smells like shit over here. Like, it stinks. He's like, yeah, I thought you came up and, like, farted on me. I was like, no, like, it stinks bad. And I was like, I don't know what it is. But I'm like, I'm about to go meal compliant. So, like, at Target, you have to take your lunch before 6 hours. So it has to be, 5 hours and 59 minutes. And I was, like, close. So I was like, I'm going to go take lunch. I get back from lunch. He's like, I fucking hate you. I'm like, why? He's like, someone took a shit in the fitting room. I was like, that's why it smelled so bad.
I just could not imagine the level of urgency you'd have to have where you're like taking off your clothes and.
Well, no, they left their clothes there. They like must have like shit their pants or something because it was like in their pants and on the floor.
And then just rolled
and
it out.
And they probably just took a pair of pants and just left with them.
Oh, that's Walmart behavior. It feels like Target is too like
Target's like too nice for that to be happening.
The people shopping at Target should not be doing that.
No, not at all. And we also, I feel bad, but we had like this homeless man that came into the store, and he would wear a parka every day, and
you just know.
It just stunk so bad. Like you could smell him. I felt terrible. And like we would always like want to give him waters and stuff like that. He would never take handouts. Like people would buy him stuff and he would return it and give them their money back because like he just didn't want handouts.
Dang.
Which I respect, but it's like fuck.
Dang. Some things are just unfortunate like that. Some shitters are cool people. It just happens. It just happens to be.
It just happens.
Someone close to me, and he's listening to this, so I know he's going to think it's hilarious. He was doing a run, like a 5K run, and he was running up and down his own street. And it's like, he's like the least nice house on the street. Yeah. The rest of the houses this is like a boulevard. You know what I mean? Like it's a lot of rich people living on this street. And so he was doing a run, and he'd go up and down the street 3 times. It was like a 5K. Mm-hmm. And it was 4:30 in the morning. So it's like kind of dark out. And then he just does 2 laps, and then it's like it needs to happen. Like he needs to shit so bad. And the way that he describes it in like, you don't understand what it's like to need to poop this bad. You know what I mean? Like you think you can conceptualize it, but like the level of needing to shit to where you just do it in public is like beyond comprehension unless you've done it before. Yeah. Unless you're just like, nope, this is happening right now. And so like the decision-making process that has to happen to where you override and be like, pants are down in the middle of the street. I am squatting down to where traffic could run me over, and I am dropping a log in the street.
You just left it in the road?
And he like went, and like it was kind of snowy out, so he just buried it with a little bit of snow in the road, and then ran home.
Oh my God.
And then was done for the day.
Freshman year, my roommates and I, we were not my buddy, we were training for a half marathon, and there was a massive snow pile in the Hilton parking lot, and he had to shit so bad. He took a shit on the snow pile, and it was right next to a Cyride stop. So I'm standing there, and he's sitting there, ass out on a snow pile.
Like a dog.
Yeah. And a Cyride gets there, and there's like 10 people that just walk by taking a shit.
They had an audience.
Yeah. And I was like, oh my God.
Dude, I don't know what it is just about like the human need to do that. The shit's so funny. It's just the idea of like what level of desperation does it need for you to
I've seen there's so many people in Ironmans that like piss and shit themselves. Like the professionals, they'll shit, piss all in their tri-suit.
I would say,
because they're like competing for money, like it's their job.
well, it's also an 8-hour race.
Yeah.
So like not having
they're not
do
gonna
it
stop.
Yeah, which is crazy.
And I don't know if you've ever had those electrolyte gels that they like drink. Like they go through you.
Yeah.
Like I've had them, and like within an hour and a half, you need to go.
You need to, dude. I just couldn't imagine like biting that bullet. Just being like, this is gonna be with me for the next 3 hours. Like they have a change of clothes, right? That like, or are they going the rest of the race? Like,
well, they have this thing called tri-suits. So like they're water. They're like a mini wetsuit almost.
okay.
So like you wear it, and you can bike in it because it has like the pads on the butt, so like you don't get sore, and then you can also run in them.
Oh, okay. So it's like kind of designed to be used as a toilet if necessary.
I mean, not really. More for like pee, but like nothing's really meant for like getting.
Yeah, I
shit
guess there's
in.
really nothing that you
Other
can wear.
than a diaper, like, but they're not gonna wear.
Running in a diaper. The chafing,
wicked
dude.
diaper rash.
Unfathomable red
Yeah.
ass from doing the diaper, dude. And I don't know how this is the second time. Literally last episode we had an entire conversation about farting and like just disgusting smells. So I don't know what it is, but this is the second time where
It's an important topic.
Audiences
man.
are gonna-
Everyone's got to do it.
and that's what I said the last time. I was like, people act so above this, but like
Yeah.
everyone stinks sometimes.
Yeah.
Everyone farts sometimes. It's just
I got on my flight to the come back home, and I was like, man, I smell like shit because like I was working and I didn't have time to shower, so like I just got on the plane sweaty and smelling.
Dude, this is the second. I just love this story so much. I'm gonna tell it again. I told it last episode. I'm gonna say it again because it's literally so funny. I'm not gonna say the name, obviously. And Alex, you know this person, so don't say this name either. But he's probably occupied. But I was at a playground because that's what you do when it's a tiny, it's a tiny town. You just hang out at the park when you're like 16 or whatever. And I was with 3 other people, and then it was 2 girls and 2 guys, and the guy was one of my close friends. And him and this girl were just getting handsy with each other, like gross PDA.
That's so awkward,
It's
especially
just me and 2 other people,
Yeah.
and like we're not a thing. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
we're just friends.
You're just like talking to like not make it awkward.
Yeah, like just like trying to.
that shit is the worst.
No, and so they're just getting into it, and I'm like, dude, you need to go do this somewhere else. Like, get this out. Like, whatever this is, like, stop it and do it somewhere else. And so I was like, dude, I need you gone. Here are my keys to my car. And I was like,
oh no.
I was like, in the parking lot, don't drive it anywhere. Just in the parking lot, like, you 2 go in there, do your thing, and get out. Like, it's stop doing. I don't do this anymore. By the way,
I would never.
I say I know it's a homie move to do that, and it's beyond what most people could do. I don't do this anymore. And so I was like, just go in there and do your thing and whatnot. And so 45 minutes passed, and I was like, I need to go because this is awkward. I wasn't expecting to have a date with this person. And so I was like, this is awkward. So I called him. I was like, get out of my car and be done. And so he got done, and then I was probably 4 feet away from my car. And the stench from that car, dude. Like, let me give you an estimate of how bad this smelled. From 4 feet away, I could smell it. I drove all the way home with all 4 windows down, AC cranking, and my head out the window like this, driving all the way home. And then in a trailer park, I left all 4 windows down all night while I slept to air that thing out. The following morning, my brother, who didn't know that this had happened, was walking to the car 10 feet away. He's like, what the fuck is that smell, dude? I had to like believe, I think I bought like cleaning chemicals to clean the inside of my car because the stench was so bad. And I asked him, I was like, what did you guys do in that car? And he's like, we just made out. I was like, no, you didn't. I was like, nothing could smell like that. I was like, someone like took a shit in my car and left it under my seat. Or like, you guys were farting or sweating so, it smelled so wet in there. I was like, you guys are like disgusting.
That's so horrible.
I never do it now because I don't know what thing died in my car when
How
they.
long did it take to get back to normal?
It took like at least a day and a half. So where like I enjoyed being in my car.
That's crazy.
So like everybody stinks, you know what I mean? But like some people just like something happens and they just are a smelly person.
Because there was this guy. It was at state gym, and I was lifting, and God, like. He smelled so bad that like the bench on each side of him was empty because like he reeked.
Dude.
Like people were waiting for this guy to leave so they could use those. Like,
see, that's the thing, because that's me though. Like I'm so gassy, like in the gym.
he just smelled like his body.
Like
he
it's not
like,
body, it's not gas odor.
No,
it's like,
he was just stunk.
oh, poor guy, dude. If you're listening to this, we have empathy for you, but.
It was like
Figure
2
something
years
out.
ago.
Yeah, figure. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
if he's listening to this, that's hilarious. He reaches out to me as like
He smelled like
stinky podcast guy.
rotten eggs and like BO. It was
Oh.
just.
It happens. It happens.
And he wasn't like a big guy either. He was like skinny.
I don't know what it's just. Some people just.
Yeah.
I don't know. I do know. I talk to some people just have like a genetic thing.
Yeah.
Like they just stink.
Yeah.
Like there was this girl in my old school who like would leave a stench trail. Like you'd come into class and you know that she was there
Yeah.
because like it was just so bad and so potent, and that was just a medical thing. Like she just smelled that way, and I feel so bad for her.
Yeah. That's,
And there are other people who
That
just like
is
have medical things
unfortunate.
that just like they stink.
like being like stinky is like the biggest turnoff. Like you could be a supermodel.
yeah, yeah.
And I will not approach you if you smell bad.
And I don't know why people. I guess I do know why, but people are so adverse to saying something about it. Like, my brother, when he dunked on me so hard when I first had to start putting on deodorant, he was like, "You smell like shit." He's like, if you don't think you need to put on deodorant, you're gonna start. And you're gonna do it right now because you smell so bad. And then he went out and told my mom. He's like, get them deodorant because they stink so bad. And like that was such an easy conversation that like if he didn't say that, I would just smell bad.
Yeah.
And everyone smells bad in junior high.
Yeah.
And they just need a teacher to go up there and be like, guys, you stink. You guys smell bad.
Like if I was a middle school gym teacher, I'd be like, "You're all using deodorant." Like,
I would
if
buy
you-
them sticks.
Like, and if you can't afford it, let me know and I will buy you deodorant.
I'm not even kidding. It's like they need somebody to go in there to be like, if you guys aren't wearing deodorant, you need to
This
start
sounds so disgusting.
right now.
Middle school, I think it was 7th grade year. I never took my gym clothes home to wash.
You just put them back on.
I just put them back in the locker. I just wear them.
Well, my gym clothes was like
And-
jeans.
We would bring specific clothes because we had like a locker room, and so I just left them in there the whole year, and I didn't realize it, but like I smelled them at the end of the year. I'm like, these fucking reek.
I know.
Because I would put them in a plastic bag too, and so they would never air out. Like they would just get hot in this plastic bag every day after gym class.
It's just stuff like kids
And
stink, dude.
and then I didn't even like attempt to clean them. I think I just threw them
I
away.
know there's a level where you're just like, okay, I'm done with this.
Yeah.
Like this is the extent of what I
Yeah.
can do.
That was when I realized I'm like, man, I need to like next year. I'm like, I'm not gonna do this next year. I'm gonna like change.
I need to change my ways. I'm just
Yeah.
a stinky person. I don't know, because it's like you never realize it. Like it smells fine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like when you're a kid, like everything's like okay. But then as a high schooler, you go back into the junior high hallway and you're like, God, did we smell like this? And you did.
It smells like, you just doused everything in fucking Axe.
Yeah, an Axe body spray, and
Yeah.
you called it good.
Yeah.
Oh man, those
And
were
then you just smelled like fresh, like BO.
Yeah.
Like you can tell you're masking your BO,
Yeah.
like sweaty BO.
instead of deodorant, and just I don't know, man. Some of these things, like I remember having conversations with my friends, being like, "Hey, bud, hey, what's up, man? Do you put on deodorant? Like, do you do that?" And they'd be like, "Yeah," and I'd be like, "Show me how you, show me how you put on deodorant."
And they do like one little pass.
Yeah, I'd be like, and I'm like, oh, so you should probably do it like 3 or 4 passes, and like,
Yeah.
and I'm like giving them advice, and I'm like,
Like I'm not trying to be a dick. Like I'm trying to save you from embarrassment.
I would say it's like you're just a smelly person, and that's just what happens.
Yeah.
Everyone's got to learn, and that's the thing. And some people are so disrespectful about it. Like it's just Axe doesn't do it, man. They're
No.
on the any of my junior higher listeners, which God, I hope there are none at this point in the podcast. You stink.
Yeah.
You're a smelly person.
You smell like shit.
Yeah.
Put on deodorant right now.
Yeah. Otherwise, like, I don't know what to tell you. We need parents.
And I feel
doing that.
bad because like every person's gone through that. Like
Yeah.
I'd like to think I'm a clean person now, but
Uh-huh.
like there was definitely a point in time where my parents were like, he's got to learn.
Yeah.
Like,
Or like the difference between showering being a bad thing and being a good thing.
yeah.
You know what I mean? It's that point. Anything before that is like the dark ages.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
Well, when you're a kid, like before you hit puberty, it's
you
fine.
probably don't stink as you kind of
Yeah.
do stink a little bit, but like you kind of smell like sweat and not
Yeah.
like BO. You know,
Yeah.
you just smell gross.
Like you can just tell like you're dirty.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, you're a dirty little stinker.
Yeah.
But like, I remember in junior high, like that was just the weirdest thing. Even in like high school, you'd run the mile in jeans and then eat a hamburger and at like 10 in the
Yeah.
morning,
Yeah.
to drink chocolate milk and then sit in math class and take a test.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember in middle school, like we used to have block lunches. So like I went to a huge middle school. So like we broke it up into, we had A, B, C, D lunch.
Dang.
So I had A lunch one year and I was eating lunch at like 10:15 and then D lunch is at like 1:30. So there was like a huge gap.
Your kids are starving.
Yeah.
Like, could you imagine being a kid eating at 8 and then having to wait like, what is that, 5 hours to eat
Yeah.
again? Crazy.
Yeah. Going through puberty and having to wait another 5 hours.
What I'm discovering is, Alex can back me up on this. We lived in like the slums comparative to like school lunches that other people were having. We at one point, like come the end of the school year, and I love Madrid so much, but we at one point at the end of the school year, we're eating a hot dog with with regular ass bread.
Really?
It was literally just a hot dog wrapped in a normal piece of bread. And then I took a picture of that lunch, and I don't have it anymore because it was literally that and then like a peach cup and milk. And that was it. It was like 30 calories.
Well, it's not her fault. It's not like she's ordering the food.
No, they're so scumbag about lunch. There was a point where I thought that we purposely didn't close down school for COVID because they wanted to make lunch money off of us. I'm like not even kidding. Like I think some of the caloric values of the meals that we had
Terrible.
were so low that I think they were counting ketchup packets into the mix. Like they were like, if
they're
you have
like-
6 ketchup packets, then you're reaching your calorie
Yeah.
goal. Like.
Well, our lunch, we had like extra chips and cookies and stuff that you could buy. So like, no one's eating the fucking 3-bean casserole or like hummus sticks or any of that. They're gonna go get like 4 cookies.
That's how they get you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's just crazy. Like, I'm supposed to be running cross country off of 4 chicken nuggets at like 11
Yeah.
and it's 4, and I'm running 5 miles off of fumes,
Yeah.
off of like an actual meal that was 130 calories.
Yeah.
Like, just the same stuff that the free schools are getting. And I'm talking to other people from like bigger schools and like, no, our school lunch was like pretty good.
I mean, I can't complain. Mine wasn't that like as bad as yours, but like there was some meals I'm like, I would just rather not eat than like have what they are serving us.
And like, some kids like actually were like, are they starving you guys? Because I'm saying like our meal portions, and they're like, that's like illegal. That's like they would have the pasta salad and the potato salad. They would reuse the same potato salad for 5 or 6 days.
Oh my god!
Like you just know, like
Yeah.
you're eating it. And it's like, stop grabbing it, guys.
Yeah.
Let them throw this away.
Yeah.
Oh man, dude, the school lunch is hilarious.
What the fuck? No.
It was kind of legendary though. It was so sicko mode. That was an S tier meal for sure. It was yeah, freaking Obama. Oh well,
Man.
yeah, we had those, and I remember with the cinnamon roll, we were deviants in high school. Like what we'd do is we'd prank people with food, and so we got the cinnamon roll and took all of the frosting off and replaced it with sour cream, and then gave it to somebody, and it was like, hey. Yeah, or like we'd perform surgery on a hot dog, and like we'd get the straw and poke a hole in it and fill it with apple juice and then plug it up again and give it to people. Like just gross, weird menaces. School
One
lunch
time I had a milk that came out the consistency of like, I don't even know. It was like applesauce, but like it like wouldn't pour out. Like it was like stuck together.
Like a block of cheese.
Yeah. And it like I like went to go drink it and like nothing came, and then I turned it upside down and it like slowly seeped out of the container. I was like, I'm not gonna drink
I
that.
don't think I can do this. Yeah, it's just stuff like that. I don't know how we survived. It's like I
No.
survived the Michelle Obama lunch era. Like that does like a good chunk of
Because I
time.
remember like I think it was second or third grade. That was when the lunches started changing. And
Uh-huh.
I remember, K through second grade, banger meals. They were
Yeah.
awesome.
I was eating like a king.
Yeah.
We're getting like
And then one day they gave us like celery sticks and like grilled chicken nuggets. I'm like, the fuck is this?
yeah, you're like, dude, come on, guys. Michelle, I'm sending a lot of angry letters.
Yeah.
into my school lunch, but well, that's what people complain about food here, and like it's not the greatest, but compared to what I was eating, this is like
Yeah.
this is heaven, dude. This is
Yeah.
like mansion food.
Oh yeah. Like, dining hall food isn't fantastic. Like there's definitely days where it's really good, and then there's like days where it's like I can't eat today.
Yeah, like when it's hot dog day, I'm always
Yeah.
just like, okay, well, I'll just make a Jack's pizza at home
Yeah,
or something.
yeah.
I'm not doing this anymore. Oh, I'm trying to think. What else have you been doing? Just like in general.
Oh,
'Cause
just
we talked about maybe 3 of the 30 things that you've
I
done.
got way off topic. That's crazy.
I know it's hilarious though.
I don't know. I've just been senioritis is kind of kicking in real bad. Like sounds bad, but I like don't give a shit about classes at
Mhm.
all.
Yeah.
Like I just don't.
Oh yeah.
I'm still doing the work and like, doing my part in group projects or whatever, but like I just don't care.
Do you find yourself like sleeping through a lot of classes and just like not going, or?
Not that. It's just like I'll be on campus and I'm like, nah, I don't want to go.
Yeah, I just play on my phone or like do
Yeah.
homework
Like,
instead
I'm
or
gonna
something.
sit in the class and do work for other classes anyway, so I might as well sit
In
where
the
I'm already
library.
at.
Yeah,
and
or
do-
comfy and do
yeah.
it. Yeah. See, that's the kind of stuff that I'm doing, and I'm like a junior.
Like the first class you skip each semester is like the worst gateway drug because like
Dude.
once you do it one time, you're never going back.
Oh, I know, and that's how I am with my math class. Like I had it this morning, but you best believe I wasn't there, dude. I just
Yeah.
never show up to any of that. So I'm really bad at sleeping in and skipping classes. It's like a bad.
If I'm
bad thing.
paying my teacher's salary, I should be able to skip.
Yeah, that whole dichotomy is bizarre to
Yeah.
me. Of like, I'm paying for you, but you are requiring attendance, but you cannot be there. I'm
Yeah.
paying you.
Yeah.
You should have
Yeah.
only 3 unexcused
Yeah.
absences.
Yeah.
Like, I should be able to come whenever
I
I
have
want.
a buddy in a class that just sends me the top hat code.
That's so dude. You got the plug. Ooh, that's a
Oh,
nah.
no, it hasn't done that for me yet.
Listen,
Then
Nah, I think
just get
that's
the
some
code and
like
leave.
that's some like parent thing. That's some like parent thing where they're saying that they like can see everything you search up on the internet, even if you have incognito, just so they don't get you to look at something.
Yeah.
That's like the tall tales that they'll tell you. Like,
Yeah.
we have cameras inside the house, so don't do anything bad when we leave.
Yeah.
It's like, no, you don't. You
Yeah,
can't. You
it's
can't
like-
even
it's like-
afford a. Like,
Yeah.
you can't even afford.
And then you're like,
Pop-Tarts.
where? We have blank walls. Where?
Yeah.
Show me where the camera
Show me
is.
the camera. Show me one clip of me, please.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it's one of those like tall tales that teachers are trying to scare you
Yeah.
into doing. Ooh, okay, then never
Oof.
mind, never mind.
Wow.
Guys, it's real, it's real.
You got kind of fucked then.
I was say you're at like I couldn't.
I also did the in-class assignment from out of class.
I was say I'm like the top hat plug is so legendary, and what's so funny is I'm a junior now, and going into grad school, like I have to like make connections and like
Yeah.
talk to teachers, and I'm asking teachers to be on my podcast, and they're all saying no, which is hilarious. But beyond that, I can't even blame them because I literally walk into class and I'm like 15 minutes late. I walk in and I sit down and I'm very obviously doing other work the entire time.
Yeah.
And the entire time I'm just like, and then I leave like first one out. And it's like, why aren't these
Well,
teachers wanting to talk to me? And it's like,
If
okay,
I'm
I get
getting
it.
an A and I'm doing work for other classes, like why should you care? Like if I'm doing good on quizzes and exams and I'm not paying attention in class, like shut up.
Yeah.
Like leave me alone. Clearly it's working fine.
Something is working for
yeah,
me.
worry about the kid that is like struggling.
Yeah.
Just because I don't want to pay attention and I'm doing good doesn't mean you can force me to pay attention.
Yeah, and so it's like I gotta start like acting like one of those kids that are like, you know,
Yeah.
like writing and be like, oh yeah.
You need to
yeah.
get those like glasses that are angled down so you can like look forward.
and then and still just look at what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so something like that, because I look like such a different person when I'm in class, and like I'm all smiles and like energetic, and I'm a super talkative person. And then in class, like if you see me, I'm literally like,
Yeah.
or like on my phone watching TikTok, or
Yeah.
playing Clash Royale or something stupid. So it's just like I don't even.
Well,
know,
I get
man.
some of my best work done in like other classes.
I know I have one class that like it's getting to the point where I do so much other work in that class that I don't even go because I'm not like I can't even act like I'm there.
Yeah.
Like I can't even act like going to class means anything because
Yeah.
I'm just literally doing an hour and a half straight of work.
It's
like, while I'm
great.
there.
Like I get my I have two classes, my market 443 and my international studies class. I get so much work done in those two. It's like one of them's like hour 15 or whatever, and the other one's just a 50-minute class. But like I grind.
Those are the good ones,
yeah,
dude. Those
like
are the
I
good ones.
grind in those classes.
I'm like I have like 10 tabs open, none
Yeah.
of which are notes tabs.
Yeah,
I'm like-
I get like homework assignments done. I'll send out all my emails I need to get sent out.
Dude,
Like,
the amount of spotlight work that I do when I'm in
Yeah.
class would keel somebody over sometimes. It's so funny.
yeah, like it. That is like I'm so bored, and I would rather do literally anything else that like I do work. Like,
I don't know what it is. It's like, dang, what does that say about like the teacher or something? I feel like, I don't know. I can't imagine because I want to be a professor and I want to
Yeah.
be teaching. I can't imagine what the classroom is going to look like even in 10 years when
Yeah.
I'm in a classroom teaching.
what do you want
like,
to teach?
Psychology.
Okay.
Psych, philosophy, probably. I can't imagine what a classroom's going to look like. Like, am I gonna have to be telling people like
Yeah.
stop using your Google glasses like
Yeah.
when we're in class, or like is not using a phone even gonna be possible? You know what I mean? Like it's just so crazy.
I have a
what things can
feeling,
be.
you know, did you have Chromebooks in high school?
It took a while.
Yeah.
I think we got them in junior high, but they were
Because now,
pretty
like,
crappy.
even high school, you can't really do anything without a laptop. And middle school, like they started implementing them my 8th grade year in middle school. So I have a feeling it's probably already in elementary schools by now.
I was
but-
gonna say we're so familiar. I was using Google Classroom in 5th grade.
Yeah.
I think. Like, but we had to cart in the
yeah.
laptops in like one big cart. We
I
didn't get to
hate
take 'em
sounding
home.
like this, but like freshmen this year are like way different than like every year that I've seen.
College freshman.
Yeah, because like
Oh, okay.
I'm a peer mentor,
Yep.
and like so I've seen this is my 3rd year doing it, so I've seen like
Okay.
So like my sophomore year when they were like pretty similar to me, like, normal.
Mm-hmm.
And then junior year, I was like, oh, it's still fine. But this year, it's like, what happened?
Do you think that?
Because that COVID would have been their freshman year of high school.
Yeah.
So they started out like completely virtual, and
Oh, dude, and every
I
school is so
I
different.
hate sounding like that because it makes me sound old. But like,
It's true, but it's hard to delineate between like what.
and I can't say that for everyone.
Yeah.
Like, because there is still like good freshmen out there. I'm not saying like all of them are bad, but man, there's like.
It's hard to decide whether or not it's me getting old and it's like a me thing, or if it's the class coming in is different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But like also, I don't ever remember being that way, like acting like that.
I say but you wouldn't though. You know what I mean? Like you don't, when you were stinky, you didn't know that you were stinky.
Yeah, but I
You know what I
realized
mean?
it a year later.
Yeah, but like, do you look back on some of the cringy things that you would do and be like, dang, you know what I mean? A couple years later or something, is that maybe what you think you're doing, or like, are they actually different?
They're just different.
They might be. I'm not like invalidating that they wouldn't be, but like, it's hard for me to say that.
Like talking with them is just so strange. Like it's hard to have conversations with them. It's like I can talk to like a brick wall, but like talking to them, it's like, what is like going on?
I think it is a lot of kids who are like kind of weird after COVID, because if you don't go in my school, coming from middle school or elementary to high school was nothing. Like, there was no difference.
Yeah.
But like for bigger schools, it is a big deal to go to a high school. You know what I mean? And that's like people are starting like a new life in high school. And so imagine just like not having that transition.
Yeah.
Like just extending that for a year, just being alone for a year, playing 2K on your Xbox for an entire
and then doing
6
class
months.
sometimes.
Yeah.
It's not even like class. You're like just doing an assignment that you probably cheated the whole thing.
Yeah, you did it online because nobody was looking. So it's just like, I couldn't imagine doing that. Starting like this is what kicks off my high school.
Yeah, because I came in during COVID, my freshman year, and it really wasn't that bad because Iowa State tried to do as like much as possible still. So like I was still like had all my I had a bunch of friends in the dorm because we were all like, well, we're fucking bored. Let's like just go do something.
Yeah.
So like we would just go out and do stuff, which was fine. And then like I had some classes that were in person, optional. Like they had a recorded and an in person. So it's kind of cool. Like I would still go because I was like I want to at least get like some of the college experience. Like go to class and all that. But like for high school, they didn't really have that as an option. So it was just
you're just at home, just doing whatever.
Yeah,
I know. It was just a weird time because I was a junior.
Yeah.
Like I got my junior year cut off by COVID, and like, thank God, because I was doing like pre-calc and I didn't know anything.
Yeah, I was in a calculus.
I know.
I was in a calculus class, and like so I was supposed to go on a band trip, and they were like, "Yeah, just take it when you get back from spring break and exam." And I had an A-. So I'm like, this is gonna send me to a C because I don't know shit about this. Never took it. So I ended the class with an A-.
Dude, that's so legendary. That's so legendary. I've been journaling every day for the past like 4 years.
Yeah.
Like it's very consistent. And I remember the day that it got canceled, it was like we were a couple days away from coming back from spring break, and then they canceled it. And so I said like an extended spring break because they're like, we're gonna cancel it for a week. Then we didn't go back for the next like 5 months. So that like headline for that journal, being an extended spring break, meaning a 6-month break, is the funniest thing like to me, like in hindsight.
Yeah, I almost like didn't go to school because like I was so burnt out. Wow, voice crack.
Yeah. Dude, it happens. It's the same thing as farting and pooping, bro. It just happens.
I was so burnt out, and I was like telling my mom, I'm like, I kind of just want to work, and she's like, no.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
She's like, you need to like go and explore and network and meet people. Thank God she did, because I think I would have hated just going straight to work.
I don't know how this experience in college has been so awesome.
Yeah.
And like, I understand it from like, if you know exactly what you want to pursue going into the workforce, but like the people who are like, college is too expensive or not worth it, but are also wildly unhappy.
Yeah.
It's like, you got to pay the price, dude.
Yeah.
Like you got to pay the piper and just enjoy your life.
Well, and it's
for a
just
while.
fun. Like, when are you ever gonna have this much free time again in your life? Like, I have like, you know, my classes, but outside of that, I can just kind of do whatever the fuck I want.
I know. I
all
can
day.
do this. You can just
Yeah.
sit and spend an hour and a half just like
Yeah.
talking to some random dude. Like, come on, that's sick.
Yeah, like I could do whatever I want. Like, yeah, I have other commitments that I've obligated to, but I still have a few hours a day where I just can do whatever.
And it's nice. It's sick, dude. I love college.
Yeah, love
do.
college.
I do. I heard Alex peep in for a second.
Yeah.
Drop out of high school? That's a terrible take. Right? If you're not going to college, drop out of high school.
Yeah.
If you're not going to college, forget everything.
Yeah, if you're not going to college, just do nothing with your life, basically.
Crazy talk. Damn. Okay, so we're at an hour 20.
Yeah,
which is legendary.
Yeah. This is a long podcast.
I know, it's good though. Keep getting longer and longer.
We talked about the most random shit.
I know, and I think that's what's wonderful about it.
Yeah.
Though. Like, if I'm just gonna sit with a dude who's like funny, like we're just gonna talk about whatever. Like, that's hilarious.
Oh, you think I'm funny?
I do, Sam. I do. Try not to blush, dude. Do you have any last plugging that you want to do? Any last words?
Come to M Shop concerts.
Yeah, they're sick. I keep seeing them on. I think I'm gonna go to one. I have more time this semester.
Good.
and
We have one
less.
Tuesday
But yeah, and come see me perform too. No,
at open mic.
at open mic nights.
I'll be there.
We'll do the 10-minute podcast.
Okay.
And then
I think that's a great idea.
I think it'd be funny. Some guy,
Pull up a random person and be like, hey,
some guy last week did. He just like impersonated a game show
yeah.
for like 10 minutes. I've
Yeah.
just never seen anything like
Yeah,
that.
you
so-
should. I think the 10-minute podcast would be cool. Just even like outside of just Iowa State open mics, like just go to open mics and just do it.
Just try it. I mean, I'm gonna do it. I want to do it, but
I think it'd be cool.
it's gonna take a minute. But it was awesome having you on, Sam.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
Glad to be back. So
Alrighty, see you, man.
see ya.